right there, man, from Moon Fever. And let's welcome Moon Fever to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys.
What's up, Mitch? How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. It's great to talk to you, man. I'm gonna tell you up front, and I'm sure you know this, being in the business.
Yeah.
I get pitched 9,000 bands a week, and really, quite honestly, it comes down to: am I good with the publicist, and is the publicist good with me?
Yeah.
For me to get a listen, and I'm real good with your publicity firm, with Kevin and Sean over there.
Yeah.
And Sean hits me up and he's like, just give this a listen. I think you might like this. And I was like, all right, fair enough. And I listened to it and I was like, shit, this really rocks, man.
Damn, thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Very good stuff, man. For a band that really doesn't have corporate America pushing you guys have a lot of attention on you, and you're doing it not from LA and not from one of the hubs anymore. So why don't we start with I'll backtrack a little bit. Why don't you start by giving us a little bit of history about Moon Fever and where you guys are at, and the story.
Well, we're a rock band from Seattle. Came together kind of randomly. I moved up here last year, and it all kind of came together. Like Dave and Troy came in with Don put us together, and then like Tristan came in, and it was serendipitous, man. Like it just came together. It was very cool.
Good.
That Seattle sound from back in the day what's the rock scene like there now? Because God knows, so many bands popped out of there. Is it tough to shake that grunge thing? What's it like?
I mean, it's great, man. Like Seattle is a very it's a very community. Like everyone's very supportive of each other. It's really great, man. Like there's a lot of rock bands, a lot of opportunity. It's great, man.
Sure. What led you to Seattle? It's definitely not when people move for their career, you think they move to LA, they move to New York,
sure.
They move to Chicago, they go to the monster hubs. And I mean, in 1992, Seattle would have been a destination, but right now, I mean, I don't really know that there's a burgeoning Seattle sound right now. So what was it that led you there?
Well, I did a show up here a while ago. I just fell in love with it, man. It was just like, it was beautiful. Mind you, it was like midsummer, so it's like gorgeous out, not like rainy season in Seattle. And I was just like, this is it, like followed my gut, and I was like, this is the spot,
Right on, man. And then, I know, because I was in the military, about living in different places. It takes a while to acclimate. It takes a while before you know that this guy is cool and this guy isn't cool, and this store is good and this one isn't. For you guys, and this is what fascinates me about your story, you have not been there very long at all.
Dude. Yeah.
And yet you've established this band. You've got millions of plays on Spotify and YouTube and everything. That's in the same time you're probably still trying to figure out which grocery store is the best.
Honestly, I still don't even know what grocery stores are. Like, no lies. No idea.
I'm not trying to be like weird or anything or a dick, but like Seattle to me has always seemed like they got a bunch of like crazy people up there, and like they started like their own government up in some of those towns like Portland and stuff like that. What's the scene like? I mean,
like with that, like there is some of that, but like I lived in LA before too, and like that was way more gnarly than Seattle is right now. I think it's not bad. Like, like most people are just people, but like there is, sometimes you're like, oh, is a homeless like meth head throwing like rocks at my windows? Maybe, but kind of comes with the turf. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, if nothing else, I'm curious. I don't know, but you were in Wisconsin before, right?
That's where I grew up. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, we'll start with weather and we'll dig out from there. And when I say dig out, I do mean quite literally. In Wisconsin, that weather is brutal. I don't know how anybody stays there. Is Seattle better?
Yeah, it's better. I mean, like, yeah, it's like, we get like the rainy season like 3 months of the year, but like the summers here are just like incredible.
Right on. Well, well, dude, let's get to the $1,000,000 question about your band. Enough rain and snow talk. Let's get
Yeah.
to the music. I looked, I read the press release. The press release says these guys have had X million streams and blah blah blah, which is awesome. But then, of course, you go and you look and you're like, okay, wow, that's a lot. Then you start looking, for me, as somebody that's in the business, I start looking around with, is there a sponsor? Is there this? Is there that? It does not seem like there's that. It just seems like you guys have just really organically tapped into an audience that's not being fulfilled with rock music. Is that how you see it?
Dude, that is so cool you said that, bro. Like, that means an absolute lot to me, man. Like, yeah, we're just like grinding, man. Like, we're out there grinding our asses off and trying to make it happen,
Is it person to person, or is it do you do a show and then you find that you get, I don't know, 3,000 streams the next day after you play a show, or how does it work?
I really think it really is person to person. It's just like every fan is a fan, It's like, yeah, it's it's organic,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever get pissed because you're like sitting there going, all right, all these streams are great, but I want people to go to moonfever.com and start buying the merch and start buying the CDs. How tough is the streaming aspect of things being a band coming up now?
I mean, like, it's nice because like I guess it gives you like a broader audience, but I mean, I think that everyone that comes and sees us is like a fan after,
Mm-hmm. Sure. Do you guys play a lot in front of like national acts, or do you? It's it because again, I can only go from the press release really because
For
that's
sure,
what I
yeah.
know, and from what I mean, I didn't really see a lot of. These guys gained notoriety when they went out on tour with Guns N' Roses or
For sure.
Queens of the Stone Age or whatever. It just kind of said, here they are, and here's millions of streams. They're finding their audience. Where are you finding it?
Well, I mean, like right now, like we just did like Rock Fest in
Okay.
Cadott.
Chicago.
Like, and we've been like we were out with Adelius Way, and we're going out with Buck Cherry, and then
Okay.
Drowning Pool. So it's like we've been opening for a lot of like national established acts, and like that's been helping us out like a lot, But I don't know. I think we're just kind of like building our own following, and
Okay.
but like also these bands are like helping us so much.
Sure.
Do you guys get involved in like the big festivals that are going all around the country and that kind of thing, or?
I mean, like we're trying to. We're working our way to that point. We're still like a little baby band,
Sure. Yeah. Well, how was Rockfest? I mean,
Oh,
that's a big fest, right?
dude, it was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Like I had like a little like crowd of like little like teenage metalheads like headbanging. It was amazing, dude. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, dude, with you mentioned Adelita's Way and Drowning Pool. Are you going out on that tour that they're doing like next month, the September tour?
I don't think we're on that run, but we
Okay.
are on some dates with Drowning Pool, and we're on those dates with Adelius Way.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious because we're literally having Saliva and Drowning Pool on next
Yeah,
week.
so
Next
sick.
week.
Well, we are playing with them at Sturgis, which is going to be so sick.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Well, dude, listening to your music seems like you guys are very emotional. And it might just be your singer, I don't know, but a lot of times the singers are the ones that bring the emotion and the fire to the songs. So, how true to life are your songs and the messages that you put out there?
I mean, probably. I mean, yeah. I think fully, man. Like, I think it's like how we write music, right? Like it just like comes to you. It's like it's organic, it's natural, and
Uh,
honest.
Mm-hmm.
you guys are touring a lot. I see tours like in Wisconsin, Indiana. You ever make like Cleveland way, or where do you guys tour at?
So we start in Connecticut and then go to, I think, Des Moines. I don't know. It's hey, moonfever.com. All the details are
There
there.
you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Dude, let me ask you honestly, because I'm and I'll tell you my opinion before I ask you the question.
Sure.
I do not really think there's much need anymore at all to a record company. There's bands that are out there that are doing it successfully, like Dirty Honey. You know, Dirty Honey's always my example because they've done it on a big level. You know, but I almost think you're so much better if you hire a hype guy or a hype company than you are to hiring a record company. Where do you guys, as independent artists that are making your bones from performance, where do you stand with, you know, record companies and the value to a record company?
I mean, I think maybe it serves a purpose when it serves a purpose. I mean, it's kind of like a bank, I think now, but like, I mean, what's so cool about like what we're doing is like we have like our team that's like basically an independent record label. You know what I mean? So like we can do what all those people are doing, and if that adds value, great. If it doesn't, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like basically like it's like we're already like sub pop ish.
Right.
So, like, you know, we have like a team, so it's like, do you need that? I don't. You probably don't. I don't know.
Yeah. The only real hard part is getting the radio play because the record company guys have the relationships with the program directors and the people at the stations, and they know who to talk to, where you got to be like, hey, can I talk to this guy that might still work there?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's a great time to be an artist in general, and definitely a great time to be an independent artist, without question.
Yeah, it's cool checking out the videos and stuff you guys have on YouTube. And what's the return on doing videos these days? I mean, there's no MTV that's pumping shit out. I mean, so what's the return on doing all the videos?
Well, you get you get views. That's good. I mean, financially, like 0.00000001.
And who's the ridiculously good-looking girl in the Nothing to Lose video?
Oh, that is Faye. She's phenomenal. Great professional dancer from Portland. Love her. She's phenomenal.
I was hoping we were going to say, like, yeah, it's my wife, and then I have to be all upset and, like, sorry that I did that. But she's ridiculous. I mean, I watched the video 5 times before the show today just because I was checking that out, as well as the music. But, eventually the music came background because I was just staring at her crawling across the table. But, yeah.
Well, I'll say this.
So it works.
If you're in Portland, I'm sure you can find her.
Very nice.
I'm booking a flight now.
Right. Too funny. So dude, as a young artist, I know I see it more and more. I'm sure you see it too. This AI craze where people are just taking snippets of vocals and making whole songs. Last night I was literally I watched 10 crazy songs with James Hetfield from Metallica singing like Muse tunes and Elton John tunes. And it's crazy what they're doing with the AI. I really think, again, it's just me, I think it's a big problem for your industry because new artists are going to just be really priced out by anybody that has a computer. No?
I mean, I think like when you write a song, like it all comes like it's a human thing. Like AI can't replicate like what we do. You know what I mean? Like it can be like fake little like robot songs or whatever, but it's like what people want is like organic, like natural, like real stuff. You know what I mean? Like people don't want, like generated lyrics. You know what I mean? Like it should come from like a real place and like you know.
Sure. Yeah, it just seems scary to me that, you know, if your singer, as an example, if he was to lose his voice, well, he's already got 10 songs out there. Somebody with AI could take his lyrics and create new songs or new lyric that still sound good, and that's scary, man.
I'll say this, Tristan wouldn't, because he'll just like blow his voice out on stage, smash the mic into the ground, and like die on stage before that happens.
That's funny, man. Well, Mitch, where should we tell people to go to keep up with you and Moon Fever and tour dates and all that good stuff?
Moonfever.com, Moonfever official on socials, and yeah, Moonfever, check it out.
I like the Moon Pie t-shirts. Those are awesome.
Send me your address. I will send you one.
I appreciate that. That's awesome. Nice. They're really cool. You got to check it out. Moonfever.com. Check out the merch. The Moon Pie t-shirts are fantastic.
Excellent. Well, all right, man. Well, I figure what we would do is we'd wrap this one up by playing another clip from another one of the songs. Seth, which song are we playing?
Getting Loud.
Right, what can you tell us about that one?
High energy rock smasher. Check it out. It's
good stuff, man.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
One more time, the band is Moon Fever. Go check them out, and here it is. It's Getting Loud.
I wanna know if my boots are strapped up and ready to go. I'm gonna blow everything up, baby. This is rock and roll. It's getting loud, it's getting loud. I hear a voice in my head. It's getting loud, it's getting loud. Better left between. Feel like communicated. You'll never see me again. It's getting loud, it's getting. Spark cries and superstition make it hard to look away. Cold shoulder, feeling vicious, everything is turning gray. You wanna know if my boots are strapped up and ready to go. I'm gonna blow everything.
What separates Triv's Restaurant in Strongsville from everybody else? Some restaurants you go to eat the same thing over and over and over. But then there are restaurants like Triv's where you want to go there every single time and eat something different until you have eaten every single item on the menu. Why? Because the food's delicious, and it has been for almost a quarter of a century. Triv's has amazing food, outstanding service, and an opportunity for you to have private dining, special events, and intimate occasions. You can enjoy a memorable fine dining experience in your own dedicated, intimate space. Visit Triv's in the heart of Strongsville. Call now for reservations, 440-238-8830. Triv's in Strongsville. Joe Burdick custom flags are amazing. Each flag is handcrafted to reflect the imperfect perfection, making each piece of patriotic wall art unique. This is a local small business, veteran-owned and proud. Joe Burdick creates symbolic artwork that is built to last. Display your spirit, pride, and patriotism by calling 440-305-2065 and let Joe's Flag serve you. 440-305-2065. Joe Burdick Flags. Let me introduce you to Charlie's Auto Repair. Any car, any truck, any problem, Charlie's does it right. You know how it is. The check your engine light comes on, you put air in the tires, and the light is still on. 216-470-0170. That's Charlie's Auto Repair, 13728 Madison in Lakewood. Charlie can do it all, from small engine repair to fleet maintenance and system diagnostics. 216-470-0170. Charlie's Auto Repair. Let Charlie make your car great once again.